Hey, happy day 25. I thought we'd mix it up today and work on some balancing. And we're going to do some eye drills that helps balance the eye and the inner ear. I'm just using a bright pen, but it can be helpful to have something to look at and trace it back and forth. So we'll start standing and just give our balance a try and know that, this isn't going to be your best tree pose, but it's sort of a check-in pose for today. So have a hand at the wall, or you can back up and have your back at the wall. But I encourage you to kind of challenge your balance in a comfortable or in a way that's right for you, but so that we can explore this. So I have my hand on the wall. I'm going to lift my knee as high as I can, take it out to the side, and you can use your hand to guide your foot. And if you can't get your foot to stick at your inner thigh, then the calf is also kind of a nice hooking point. Trick is to really engage the inner thigh against the foot to give it something to stand on to. And just test in, see your balance, extend and reach your arms up overhead. And just seeing if you can have one point of focus, if that helps you to find your balance, and maybe play with coming off the support that you are using, the wall, potentially. And yeah, just give this a try. See how the balance feels. And then we'll release, hands together and your knee forward and down. And then switching to your second side. So you can take your other hand to the wall, lift your knee as high as you can, and place it into your tree pose. And, again, we've done no warm-up, so, give yourself some grace here. This isn't going to be your most open tree or the highest position for your foot. You can play with your balance, see how this feels on your second side. And for me, the two sides can feel quite different. So just kind of honoring that, noticing that, and becoming aware of your body. See if you can grow a little taller through your inner body. And then bringing the hands together and down, and your knee forward and down. Good. Okay, so let's try our little eye drills. These can feel weird. Just do less is more, and you kind of build up an endurance for this work. So you'll start with a pen or something out in front of you so that you can look at the top of the pen. And then from here, you're going to try to keep your body still and just take the pen out to the right and follow it with your eyes, and then out to the left and follow it with your eyes. And the pen, you can go a smaller range of motion or work towards a larger range of motion, depending on what feels good to you here. And, if it's awkward to cross the midline, you can pass it back and forth. But I just prefer to just keep it in one hand. Okay, and then from here, bring it back to center, take the pen up, following it just with your eyes, and the pen down, following with your eyes. So you can kind of imagine we're tracing the 4 points on a compass, and just going, again, a range of motion that you can tolerate. I don't know, this feels a little different to me. And then coming back to eye level, now we'll do the diagonals. So you can go up and across and then down, and just drawing that diagonal line and going slow enough, and check in with your range of motion that you can track it with your eyes. And I have to do this with my contacts on. I really lose some of this points along it with my glasses on, which is a bummer. I notice how much I'm kind of limiting my eyes when I have my glasses. And then doing the opposite diagonal. Don't get dizzy. Okay, and then releasing that, and we'll do another one now. From here, we're going to track the pen with our gaze and not move our gaze as we move our body. Okay, so you're gonna keep your eyes staring at the pen and then trace a line with your nose to the right and to the left. But my eyes stay looking at the pen the whole time. So now it's my nose that's doing that line while my eye stays at the pen. Hopefully that makes sense. And then lifting up, so nodding yes, whilst keeping the gaze at one point on the pen not moving. and then the diagonal line. So can you trace your nose into that diagonal line while keeping your eyes right at the pen? Breathe, take breaks if you need it, going the other direction. Good. Okay, and then take a little break, a little wiggle. I know this stuff can be kind of weird. Now we'll go with our eyes and our nose, okay? So both your eyes and your face, track the pen to the right and track the pen to the left. And just going side to side a few times. And then up and down. Oops, I did the diagonal first. And then doing the other diagonal. So keeping just everything working together now. We're having to coordinate this new movement, and then just the pure yes motion. Good. Okay. And then the trickiest one is we're going to have our nose follow the pen, or no, our eyes follow the pen as our nose goes in the opposite direction, okay? So as I take the pen to the left and look left, my nose turns to the right, my face turns to the right, and then switch. So go really slow, as slow as you need to be able to do this. Oops, I lost it. Okay, coming back to center. Take the eyes go up with the pen as the nose goes down, and then switch. And again, you just make this as small as you need to. Oh, good. And then taking that diagonal line in opposites. Ooh, this one's tricky. Good. And then last diagonal line. So this is really good for restoring that connection between your eyes and your inner ear, your vestibular system. Great for balance, coordination. Okay, I think we did them all. So now you'll set your pen or implement that you're using down, and we'll try tree pose again. So we'll start lifting your first side first. You can have your hand at the wall and coming up into tree pose and having that one point of gaze now, just like when you were looking at the pen, and see how your balance feels, reaching the arms, extending them up overhead. So sometimes I find that work to be a little bit tedious, but then it's interesting just noticing if you see kind of a dramatic, clear improvement right away, and just noticing that we can improve ourselves with our brain just as much as our muscular strengthening. Okay, releasing the first side and then coming to your second side as you're ready. Knee lifting and coming out to the side. And then extending and reaching the arms up overhead. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying learning more and more about the brain and these different ways of working with our body and how that can just enrich and support this very ancient tradition of yoga and these postures. And that life is intricate and complicated, and why not embrace everything that the world has to offer. Okay, releasing your second side, both ancient and new, right? It's all can be valued and important. Okay, if you have some time, you can give another round of balancing poses. Maybe take dancer's pose or a second round of tree pose. And thanks so much for practicing with me today.